It's the notice, the think, the feel, the feeling, all that. I don't really have an acronym to describe it. Just call it the. Hey, it's Lance McGowan here, and today we're going to talk about how to gain control of your emotions and use essential oils at the same time. So one's going to be more mindset, one's going to be more tool set. Because the success equation, a lot of times people associate success with financial success, how much you can make it rain. But there's other elements of success which I value balance. So it should be financial. Yes, that's one aspect. We also have our health. We have our relationships, we have our spirituality, we have, other aspects. And mental health, emotional health, physical health, those are parts of things too. And let's be a rising tide that lifts all boats. Even if it's slower, it's okay. But let's talk about emotions, because I think this is kind of like an underrated area, and something that I'm having a lot of learnings as of lately, and also some victories as well. But the victories came out of some struggles, like some real struggles. So let's talk about what that is. All right, so basically one of the main things that I sometimes struggle with is frustration. And frustration can turn into stress, and stress can turn into sadness, and sadness can turn into some other stuff we ain't gonna talk about in this video, that people go to the doctor for. And I'm not trying to go to the doctor for those things. And so I want to address things in my mind first. And so how I do that is simply having more self-awareness. And I learned this from a TED Talk, which the link will be in the description below. I highly recommend watching it. It kind of gives you more of the background of what I'm going to teach you. But this is kind of just like cut to the chase of that technique. All right, so here's the technique. Look, this actually happened to me. So I teach local classes here in Las Vegas, and a woman basically, RSVP'd, and she was interested in coming. And then, I basically said, hey, looking forward to coming. And then she basically said, hey, I can't make it, whatever. Even though, high interest up front, can't make it. Didn't reschedule or ask for another time. And that is a little frustrating, especially when people show high interest and then don't really follow up with it. In that case, that's normal now. I mean, people are just, for lack of a better word, flaky. But at the same time, it's so important to talk to the next person, move towards people that move towards you, not take it personal, which I do all the time. But sometimes it gets to me because, I put in some work, and, I was like, hey, what happened? So I get a little frustrated. So here's the technique to help with your emotions and developing more emotional intelligence, which is basically more self-awareness. So it's important to know why we're feeling what we're feeling, right, and what we can do better. So I automatically identified, hey, I'm feeling frustrated. So boom, one part of emotional intelligence. Second part is, okay, why am I feeling that way? Well, this woman showed high interest and then basically flaked. Okay, that's okay. That happens. It's normal. So I'm now justifying. I'm like, hey, move towards people that move towards you. Just talk to the next person. It's happened. It's normal. You got to get ignored or rejected a lot before you find people that are more interested in attending classes or learning about the oils or getting a kit, all that good stuff. Okay, got it. Done. Mindset on point. And then the last thing is, hey, what am I going to do differently? And it's this technique. So without further ado, here it is. So I say, I notice myself thinking about feeling frustrated. Let me say that again. First, I say, I notice myself thinking about feeling frustrated, right? And that's like some major stuff going on. Because it's one thing to say, I feel frustrated, right? And you're just like, ugh. But it's another thing to say, I'm thinking about feeling frustrated. Because I am. And then you step outside yourself even more, and you're just like, satellite view, and you're just like, I notice myself thinking about feeling frustrated. And all of a sudden, when I did that, and when I'm even doing it now, the level of frustration was like maybe like a 6 or a 7. I wasn't crazy frustrated. It wasn't like rage. No, it wasn't, because if frustration probably hits 9 or 10, then it's become stress, and then when that hits 9 or 10, you're just like craziness. It didn't get that far. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that big of a deal. But I try to catch stuff, soon. So as it was going to 6 or 7, when I did this exercise, it took it down to like at least a 2 or 3. Like it halved it. or a third did it. That. I just made that phrase up. Stumbling, but that's what it did. Because I'm excited that it did it. And I was like, wow, that worked. It worked for me. And will that work for you? Hopefully. I mean, try it. Next time you're feeling frustrated or stressed or outraged or any negative emotion, say, I notice myself thinking about feeling whatever it is. And then when you take it a couple steps further and say, you know, it's because of this reason, right? It's because that person cut me off, or they said something hurtful to me, or they let me down again for the 5th time, or I have to do this or that, and I already told them, whatever it is. Because you know, whenever there's people, there's going to be problems. But people are amazing, love you, you know. I let people down too. I let myself down sometimes, you know. I mean, it just happens. It's just, we need to forgive ourselves, love ourselves, have a more emotional intelligence. And then use essential oils. And so when you do all that, and then you combine it with essential oils and aromatherapy, like lavender, serenity, balance. So those are more mood oils. You put those in a diffuser, put them behind your ears, on your wrists, under your feet. Oh my goodness. Reflex points for your brain or your thumbs and big toe. You put them on there, and within 30 seconds to a minute, it's already helping your brain, because there's like little veins and nerve endings that connect like a little super highway. And then when you use citrus oils, citrus bliss, wild orange, lemon, very uplifting. You can put them in a diffuser, or you can just put them in your hands, breathe it in. You're helping yourself immediately have boosted positive feelings. Helps so much. That exercise and addressing the mindset and also using aromatherapy and essential oils topically is amazing. Like, it almost makes that frustration go down. Okay, so I remember I said it was like 2 or 3 when I had that little like diffusion of just acknowledging what I was going through. When I use the oils, it takes it down like a 1. And then at that, you're like, this level of frustration is what I feel when I wake up in the morning from an alarm. Like, you know, like that's just, or hey, I'm hungry or something. Like, oh, I'm kind of frustrated that I'm like stomach growling. You know, like it's just very like mild frustration. It's like, oh, I have to brush my teeth. You know, like that type of frustration. I mean, it's not like, you know, like that kind, but it's just like, you know, but it's there, right? So it's all about like, feel the feeling, right? Feel it, but let it not be so severe. Let it not last long. Like, bring it down a notch or 2 or 3 or 4 or back to 1 if you can. Using essential oils, using that technique, right? I notice myself thinking about feeling, boom, because of this reason, boom, and that's going to help so much. Let me know if this helped for you. Like, did you try this technique and it actually helped take it down a notch or 2 or a few notches, or all the way back to 1 or 0? Leave your comment below. I really want to know, because this helps me so much, and it's like been a game changer. Like, it's such a practical technique and practical solution using essential oils that I love it. There are times where I wish I would have had it in the past, and there are times in the future, I'm sure, or you know, that I actually have happened, that I don't like switch into that mode quick enough. Like, if something happens, it's like, okay, I gotta remember to do it, right? And so it's a habit that has to be developed. It's like, oh, wait, it's that one exercise. It's the notice, the think, the feel, the feeling, all that. I don't really have an acronym to describe it. Just call it the emotional intelligence or self-awareness or how to gain control of your emotions exercise. Whatever you want to call it. I mean, you could probably come up with something more creative. If you have a better name, leave that in the comment section below. That would be awesome. So I can attach a name to it. Other than that, hey, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you did. Hit subscribe for future video updates. Check out the links in the description below to continue to get your learn on. And let me know how this technique has helped you, or that you shared it with somebody else and how it's helped them. Because we want to go the natural route, right? We want to go to something that's safe and effective, combines oils and or mindset, emotional intelligence, and awareness types of things. Because you can do it. Highly effective. Let's do it. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.